So, after all of the horrible, horrible things we've witnessed over the last few hours of gameplay, I think that it's about time that we take a bit of a break from this. So I thought I'd treat you guys to something a little bit lighter toned. Aww. See, one of the things we have to realize is that even amongst the horrible, terrible world of Thetis, there are still kittens cuddling and rubbing up against each other cutely and wonderfully in the background. Remember the kittens. Remember the kittens. I also thought I'd change outfits in honor of how horrible things have been going. Oh, hang on. Supposedly doing this will fix the bug.
All those lies he told himself, the justifications. He lost Felix long ago.
We'll find out, Jibby.
Didn't even notice. Oh, Alexius.
This Alexius was too far gone, but the Alexius in our time might still be reasoned with.
I suppose that's true. This is the same amulet he used before. I think it's the same one we made in Minrathous. That's a relief. Give me an hour to work out the spell he used, and I should be able to reopen the rift.
An hour? That's impossible! You must go now!
Still sounds like a dragon.
Eldor.
You cannot stay!
We'll hold the outer door. When they get past us, it'll be your turn.
No, I won't let you commit suicide.
Look at us.
I don't know what you're talking
We're
about,
already
Fu.
dead. The only way we live is if this day never comes.
I do like how they go out of their way to
You have as
emphasize
much time as I have hours.
that these characters here are fully aware of the fact that they will still be dead, you know, that this is not a happy ending for them. In other words, the old them will never experience this, but that's effectively a different person, if you understand what I mean. This person, this Liliana who suffered through hell and darkness and horribleness.
I am shielded
Yeah.
by flame.
Yeah, I've been sorry, Githyank. I meant to keep it more quiet, but you know.
Andraste, guide me. Maker, take me to your side.
You move, and we all die!
That's why I like the other view of time better. The idea that there's only one timeline. And so that any changes or anything done to it are always done, if you follow me. Okay, please work. I've done all 3 of the fixes that were recommended for me to do.
You'll have to do better than that.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay. We did it.
Is that the best you've got?
You won. There is no point extending this hard feelings.
It's going to be all right, Father.
Nothing so linear,
You'll
Ryan.
die.
Everyone dies.
Well, I'm glad that's over with. Or not.
Grand Enchanter, imagine how surprised I was to learn you'd given Redcliffe Castle away to a Tevinter Magister.
Alistair?
King Alistair.
Especially since I'm fairly sure Redcliffe belongs to Arl Tegan.
Your Majesty, we never intended...
I know what you intended. I wanted to help you. But you've made it impossible. You and your followers are no longer welcome in Ferelden.
That we have hundreds who need protection. Where will we go?
I should point out that we did come here for mages to close the breach.
And what are the terms of this arrangement?
I'm in charge.
Better than
The
what
end.
Alexius gave you. The Inquisition is better than that, yes?
I suggest conscripting them. They've proven what they'll do given too much freedom.
They have lost all possible supporters. The Inquisition is their only remaining chance for freedom.
It seems we have little choice but to accept whatever you offer.
Well... Alright, the Inquisition is good to those who accept the carrot rather than the stick.
We would be honored to have you fight as allies at the Inquisition's side.
We'll discuss this later.
I'll pray that the rest of the Inquisition honors your promise then.
The breach threatens all of Thalia.
Wow!
We cannot afford
That's
to
my
be
first
divided.
greatly
We
disapproves.
can't fight it without you. Any chance of success requires your full support.
I'd take that offer if I were you. One way or another, you're leaving my kingdom.
We accept. It would be madness not to. I will gather my people and ready them for the journey to Haven. The breach will be closed. You will not regret giving us this chance.
Secretly, all we do is open the breach more. Yeah, did you see all those, Chibi? My god. Remember... Oh. But hang on, that doesn't work. They say Coy never sleeps, but anyone who's walked the patrol of Hightown Market at midnight might disagree. The pickpockets and confidence men head to taverns at dusk, and... Anyways. And now... Kittens! Yes, Ryan. I don't understand why this is unclear. If it was a negative, there would be a negative sign next to it. Hey, you know what? Here, screw it. I'm just going to stop answering people's questions about it. I've been asked it 33 times so far since yesterday. I wonder if he knows Baronessa.
It's not a matter for debate. There will be abominations among the mages, and we must be prepared.
If we rescind the offer of an alliance, it makes the Inquisition appear incompetent at best, tyrannical at worst.
What were you thinking, turning mages loose with no oversight? The veil is torn open.
Give them their freedom for now. If they prove later they can't handle it, impose restrictions.
And how many lives will be lost if they fail? With the veil broken, the threat of possession. You were there, Seeker. Why didn't you intervene?
While I may not completely agree with the decision, support it.
Whoops.
The sole point of the Herald's mission was to gain the mage's aid, and that was accomplished.
The voice of pragmatism speaks. And here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
Closing the breach is all that matters.
I got a taste of the consequences if we fail. Let's make sure we don't.
We will not fail.
We should look into the things you saw in this dark future. The assassination of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something a Tevinter cult might do. Orlais falls, the Imperium rises. Chaos for everyone.
One battle at a time. It's going to take time to organize our troops and the mage recruits. Let's take this to the war room. Join us. None of this means anything without your mark, after all.
Thank you. I'd be honored to help with the plan.
Meet
Good
us
on
there
me.
when you're ready.
I'll skip the War Council, but I would like to see this breach up close, if you don't mind.
Then you're staying?
Oh, didn't I mention? The South is so charming and rustic. I adore it to little pieces.
I must admit I'm surprised.
We both saw what could happen, what this Elder One and his cult are trying to do. Not everything from Tevinter is terrible. Some of us have fought for eons against this sort of madness. It's my duty to stand with you. That future will not come to pass.
There's no one I'd rather be stranded in time with, future or present.
Excellent choice. But let's not get stranded again anytime soon, yes?
I'll begin preparations to march on the summit. Make her willing, the mages will be enough to grant us victory.
And it'll totally be over. This totally isn't just the end of Act 1 or anything like that. No. Yeah, we're screwed, guys. Sorry. Hate to spoil it, but we are totally screwed. I got an achievement for some reason. Yeah, we're gonna do some chatting up here. Alright, time to go do lots and lots of side quests. Do. Right? That's what you guys want. So someone rather tactless spoiled something for me that is irritating. But at the same time, it is kind of nice to know that I was right. And now to never flirt ever again. Or, I mean... yeah, exactly, Phil. I'm not gonna say it for you guys. I am very anti-spoiler, you know that. But I am really irritated that it was spoiled. And that's all I'm
The
Oh,
gonna say on the
Inquisition
matter.
appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin. And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your Illyrium by the end of the week.
Hello,
I
dwarf.
should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement. The Inquisition must certainly seem an audacious idea to the Grand Clerics. We hope to convince them it is a necessary one as well.
Let's just say that I had a theory, and I can't even tell you what the theory is now, but it turned out to be more accurate than I thought.
Go in peace.
That's probably the best way I can put it.
Your open support for the mages likely earned you enemies. Our agents will monitor the situation. If the most opposed can be identified, we may still turn this to our advantage.
People can hate me if they wish.
That gets us nowhere. The Inquisition is young. We need to build our support. Regardless, I applaud you for the courage to stand up for the mages.
In Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain.
It was still a sacrifice, and still noble.
And I would do it again.
Yes, the kittens is the spoiler. That's all you're getting from me out of the spoiler. What was I about to say? Am I the only one who actually really likes Liliana's new outfit?
I'll leave you to your work.
Just Curious. Because I do.
Master Harry.
Tell Master Harriet that ore doesn't grow on trees.
Well, except for the old trees.
You're right. When you spend your day, fine day to you.
Well, that's mages all over. So many robes, I bet all of Ferelden lost their curtains. I'll just be the other side of Haven, just in case.
Do you have a problem with our new allies? With mages?
No problem with mages. I mean, you know some that are alright. My problem is magic. If mages sat on their hands, everything would be fine. I mean, yay, freedom. Great for them. Over there, away from me.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
Who's this person?
Oh, Mika, you're here. You're the Herald Van Draste. And you were sent to shame us and mistreat any elves. I pay my elves good and proper, you should know.
Just do side quests, lovely.
I mean, I'm Flissa. Can I get you a drink?
I'm not from an alienage. I'm Dalish.
Oh, right. Of course. Because of the things on your face. Yes. As I said, I'm Flissa. The Inquisition soldiers needed a place to unwind, so Leliana brought me in to set up a tavern. Nothing fancy, but it's safer for the soldiers than looking for trouble in some village.
You mean comparatively, Omni? Or in terms of preference?
Farewell. Goodbye.
So we have gained the mages. Excellent. They should be able to seal the breach. You are certain you experienced time travel? Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
Dorian was sure. Impossible as it seems.
What an amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future you witness.
I'm surprised you're not more interested in your own future.
I know enough. If that future happened, then I, and Cassandra, Callan and the rest, failed to stop this Elder One. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again at Redcliffe. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Halamsharal? Cows milking farmers?
I take it you don't agree.
On the contrary, I approve. Heartily. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean.
It's alright, Neon. Not quite my thing.
As an authority, you've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
Let me guess, that's excuse me, a furt. Furt? How do you actually say that, Jimmy? Furt?
So what? They all turn into blood mages, worship dragons, and then take over?
Not at first. But you'd be a fool not to see where this could lead. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed. By inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
Have you gone to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Not yet, no. I saw him before they locked him up. He looked despondent, broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually. I wonder if there's any chance they'll show him mercy. He hardly deserves it, but for Felix's sake. I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
So, I'm guessing we will have to decide his fate. great. I have no idea what to do on that one. I really don't.
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit, that's a twist I didn't see coming. One thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all bad. But Red Lyrium and Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my Red Lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
How long does it take for Red Lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
We can't leave a single piece of that lyrium out in the wild.
I'm with you on that. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority.
But yes.
That's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
That's a good point. We should celebrate. A banquet. Something like a banquet.
Word to Josephine, and I bet she could arrange anything. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
Oh, it's okay. We used those to open the door, Chibi. Those are already gone. Baronessa, I told you no shipping. Even though even you would go for Varric. Yeah, I don't care for you.
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
I have a theory about the Elder One, but I can't share it, Luke. We'll see if it's completely correct.
I've got no problem with normal magic, but Tevinter goes beyond all reason.
I know, right? The Vints are always pushing. Anyway, I hope our new friends have what it takes to close the breach. Damn thing gives me a headache just looking at it.
Probably literally.
Travel safely.
It's not intended to be an insult. I mean, how could anyone resist that manly gesture?
There was never going to be an easy answer to the mage dilemma. What you did for the mages took courage. You gave them a chance. Everyone deserves one.
Just one. And that's the only chance you get. Now, where the hell is Zagmus? Damn it. If I don't see him soon, I'm gonna spit. Or his corpse. It would be okay to see his corpse. No, it really would.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance.
No.
And some respect for...
No.
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it.
Bad camera angle. No, we have not.
It never ends.
Shush,
Evidently.
Baronessa. I mean, okay, obviously the Elder One is Corypheus. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, that's incredibly obvious. I just have other theories about him.
You don't need to tell me that.
I just don't know who told them I'm the one to yell at.
Is it that bad?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
Well, I hope it works. What other choice do we have?
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I? I don't disapprove. In fact,
I
you did
lost
well.
tons of approval with
You
you,
made a decision
Cassandra.
when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
Furt!
We wouldn't be here at all if you hadn't stood up against the Chantry.
You're being kind.
You're discounting your role in this.
Let's close the breach. Then we can say how successful I was.
Well, we all know elves don't like long hair. I mean, just tragedy.
The mages are ready to approach the breach. I pray this will be enough to close it.
I know you're worried about having the mages here. Give them a chance to prove themselves.
I'm not questioning their ability or their intentions, but we cannot ignore the risks. I will not endanger the alliance you've created. We need their help. Any precautions taken will be to ensure the safety of our people and the mages themselves. Nothing more.
See, the funny thing is, Cullen's attitude is simultaneously correct and also the beginnings of why the Templar situation Templar mage situation got so bad to begin with. If you remember from your history, the Mage Templar situation started off a lot more amicable, but the Templars, you know, had the reasonable idea and the correct idea that they had to be prepared to defend themselves in case abominations or incidents happened. There's always going to be a person, whether they're a mage or a Templar or whatever, doesn't matter. A person who's going to do something evil or wrong or bad. And it just kind of escalated from that point. That's why I kind of cringe when I see Cullen there, because he's being reasonable, he's making sense, but that's how this whole problem started. Who is that? Oh, that's the one person I haven't talked to yet.
If Fiona and her malcontents are joining us as allies, we need...
Wow, I just lost more rep with you just talking to you.
Cullen doesn't have enough Templars to handle incidents. Some of the rank and file need to be trained.
You know what I was just talking about, like, I don't know, 10 seconds ago?
Train our people, but keep it a secret. Let the mages think they're not being watched.
I like the way you think, darling. I'll have a word with Cullen. We are reliant on his people, absolutely. There has never been a greater threat to mages than the breach. Until it is closed, no one is safe.
When you say mages are a danger, are you counting yourself?
Of course I am, my dear. Every mage who joins the cause is taking a calculated risk, whether they know it or not. Magic is dangerous, just as fire is dangerous. Anyone who forgets this truth gets burned.
I kind of disagree with her. I mean, she is correct in her analogy. Magic is dangerous, just as fire is dangerous. But that's why we're careful in our usage of fire. Extinguishing fire, or constantly, you know, restricting the use of fire is not the solution. So, no.
You're right, but Templars are a poor solution.
They are men, and all men are flawed. That some fail does not mean that none should try. The fact remains that there is no cure for an abomination except death. Someone must strike the killing blow. Who shall lower the blade if not a Templar?
Hey, ex-bub.
Tell me something.
What?
You said once that you wanted to change things. What future would you build for mages?
The magist must rule the galaxy at my side. I shouldn't do that while I have a sore throat. I don't like any of these options. Well... yeah, I was actually going to point out, Baronessa, it's mentioned more than once that you can actually cure abominations. Now, it's also mentioned that the person that comes out of that sometimes isn't the same person because they just went through something horribly traumatic, but that's like saying, you know, there's no cure for having your leg chopped off. You can live through that and it will change you, but that does not mean we need to go killing everyone who gets their leg chopped off. Sorry, you guys know me. I don't like extremes. I don't like any of these options. Mages should not be free. That is how the Tevinter Imperium really got going. The Circle has failed 1,000 times. The Circle also contributed to the Tevinter Imperium. And we need mages in the Chantry. I hate the Chantry. Not the people in it, but the overall Yevon thing. All of these are wrong. And yes, the reason X-Bob is she's from Orlais, and I know that sounds like a cop-out, but it actually is true. In Orlais, what you're wearing and how you're wearing it and how you present yourself are just as important as the literal facts behind that. So she is literally dressed as she should be by the current way that works. I don't like any of these at all. I want to make you guys decide. So, free mages is 1, circle mages is 2, chantry mages is 3. Vote it up, because I'm gonna get another bite to eat while I just process this. Secretly, whatever Chibi votes for, I'm just going to go with that. See, the problem here is, again, remember my big discussion about long-term ramifications? If we free the mages, we have basically rolled the dice. Hey, Lord of Mordor. What's up? Sorry you couldn't make it yesterday. It's been fun so far, holy crap. Anyways, if we free the mages, what we have just done is rolled the dice. There's, like, no predicting what could happen as a result of that. We have virtually any possibility. So, total chaos, right? In fact, it's very likely we would have more than one possibilities. If we put the mages in the chantry, that means we're basically weaving the mage problem into the church. I've already given my thoughts on the chantry. I don't think I need to refresh that. But what we're doing is we're actually giving political power to mages more so than they already have under the current circumstances. Now, granted, for example, Vivienne here does have political power, quite a bit actually, enough that she could literally cast a spell to freeze another noble without reprisal. That's the kind of power she has, right? Imagine that except throughout all of the chantry. Or we could get the circle back. Now, the circle would have worked if, A, there was a degree of equality involved that wasn't gone away, and B, the people in charge were not idiots. It's the dictator problem all over again. A dictatorship run by someone who is a decent person, that can work. But that requires the decent person and to have the political infrastructure to support that, usually with military support. So, all three of these are most likely bad. I could see that, Machina, yeah. Hey, what's up, Chibi? Go for it. You don't have to ask if you can ask me a question. You've already asked me a question. The problem is the mage problem cannot actually be solved. Not without something that doesn't exist in the setting. The Imperium could solve the mage problem. But within the setting, there is no actual solution for the mage problem. There is only the possibility of managing a continuing problem that can never actually go away. I still stand by my statement that a joint, codependent cooperation between an organization, that may or may not be the Templars, but in a similar fashion, and the mages, organized and working with the Templars, would probably be the best possible situation. The catch with that, of course, because, you know, it would have to be a balance. The power between the two, politically and literally, has to be even. If at any point in time the Templars get too strong or the mages get too strong, it throws the whole thing out of whack. And we have the problem we already have. Game-wise, what would happen if we bought the circle back? Probably nothing, to be totally honest. It probably would have no impact on the game. But what I would perceive that is the circle being brought back under the jurisdiction of the Inquisition, not the Chandri, not the kingdoms, not anyone else, but under the Inquisition's authority. By the way, that would be my choice for that reason, and for only that reason. And yeah, Andrew, or Summer, excuse me, that's pretty much where I'm going. Let's go ahead and close the poll off. Hi, Axgak. What'd everyone vote for? Free the mages. Really? I'm about to lose a lot of approval for this one.
Mages should be
Told you.
treated like anybody
Greatly
else.
disapproves.
How free did you feel living on the run, never straying too close to villages or staying in one place too long? Paint the cage any color you like. It is still a cage. It's something to consider, my dear.
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin. And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your lyrium by the end. Did you see the message I sent? Yes, thank you.
That's what was voted for, JB. I just said that I would choose the circle under the Inquisition's authority. But the chat chose freedom. Lord of Mordor. I am on like hour 18 or so, and I just went through some really awesome stuff. So yeah, I talked to Cullen. What'd I get for a reward for that? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Don't be silly, Baronessa. If ever you are free, it's because I have deigned to allow you to pretend that you are. God, no, Axcac. I'm not romancing anyone. None of these people seem romance-worthy for me. And I'm playing Zaylanerm, who has never romanced anyone in her life. Hey, next level. What's up?
Let's see what we have.
Who's Josephine? Well, we've removed one of the political powers there.
At your service.
Oh, my diplomat. Okay, we'll go talk to her then. And now I need a military influence thing. I need a military mission. I'm not good with names of dead, and I just played this game. What do you want from me? We're not oppressing too many people yet, XCAC. We're still working on that.
All right.
Alright, we'll go talk to the ambassador from Antiva. Don't worry, we intend to conquer Antiva as soon as we're finished conquering Orlais, the Free Marches, and Ferelden. Go this way.
I'll take my leave. Good day.
Who is she, Ambassador?
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's mages. According to Lady Corpin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
How?
Access to lyrium makes us rather more formidable than anticipated. We're becoming a challenge. Sadly, the remaining Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power, instead of comforting the masses.
Mage circles started falling years ago. The Chantry was troubled even before the Divine's murder.
Yet many people continue to bear it great love. We will not benefit from its decline. Little but the Chantry ties Orlais, Nevarra, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the Chantry truly promoted such peace?
Andraste's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs. That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
Speaking personally, Ventures, I actually hated the multiplayer, so I would have to say no. Yeah, Summer, I was actually going to make a comment about that in the future. I'm also a little surprised that Kuhn haven't actually gotten involved thus far, other than the fact that we actually have one of their spies who is both spying on us and helping us spy on them. By the way, what she just said here is actually incredibly important. And it is one of the reasons why the Chantry is not something you can just get rid of. Commonality in culture is something that is... It's hard to underestimate just how important that is for different societies, different cultures, different people, different nations, different powers. While, you know, real power, military power, magical power, economic power, political power, all make or break a nation. If you have one nation that does not understand another at all, well, to give you a recent real-life example, that's one of the reasons why the Cold War happened. There was such an absolute divide between the East and the West, between the Soviet Union and the States, that there was no cultural bleed-over going over between the two, and that fed that mistrust and distrust and hate and fear and anger and all that fun stuff. Understanding things of culture or entertainment or philosophy or anything like that, that actually helps more than most people seem to realize in order to bring nations together and help the actual people of those nations to understand or at least have a degree of respect for understanding of comprehension or lack of fear of the other nations.
I suppose a shared faith can be useful when talking with strangers.
Precisely. And these similar interests are merely where we begin. We must learn to think beyond our own wants to secure peace in Thedas.
Planning to steer the history of the world, Ambassador Montillier?
I believe the Inquisition is already charting that course. Which brings me to a question, if you have a moment. The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach. If it were up to you, how would you reply?
That's a tough question. A very tough question. Because it's not what is actually true. That's not what's being asked. What do I feel? What do I think? What actually happened? That's irrelevant. What am I officially claiming for the politics of this situation? Am I officially claiming that I am holy? Or am I officially claiming that Chibigawa has to decide? Go ahead, Chibi.
Will my answer change your reply to the Chantry?
If Leliana, Cassandra Cullen, and I could agree on our official stance, I could answer that. We should decide soon. The revered mothers don't seem to know what to make of you.
You got this, Chibi. But do know that you are changing the geopolitical structure of an entire world. Oh, so we're going to say we're not holy, huh? Why would you choose that? Alright, now that I've done with my daily consumption of life. You know, I'm going to laugh if we actually are from Andraste. I don't think we are. I already know what I think we are. Well, Chibi, I am a man of my word.
I'd tell the Chantry I was saved by circumstance, not divine intervention.
Yet as rumors your Andraste's herald grow, the Grand Clerics may not believe such a humble reply. A difficult situation, and I thank you for your answer. A good day to you.
And of course we're playing politics.
Thank you.
Because we have to. Or, the only other way to avoid playing politics is to build up a power base sufficiently powerful to literally just walk over everyone else. If only we had some kind of like dragon at our beck and call and an army of demons. That would be great. By the way, I'm making a point with that comment, not just being funny. Recommended level 8 to 11. Wonderful.
We'll post soldiers a safe distance from the temple.
Our best guess at safe, anyway.
Yeah, where is safe? Oh, things are either about to go to hell or about to enter the second arc here. I've only been able to play Warlords in brief snippets, Venters. I tend to agree, by the way. That's true, I'm not gonna... Alright, let's go ahead and bring the overlay back up. That is true, Githyank. Think about it, though. This world needs someone of massive personal power in order to move and change it. If I could be blunt, I've always felt that's why Morrigan did what she did back in Origins. She felt that the world was wrong and decided to change it in the most incredibly upfront way possible. And you can see the parallels between that idea and what, I'm just going to say it, Corypheus is doing. You know, the Elder One. Massive personal power to change the world. It whipped, no. No, Machina. And no, Lord of Mordor. I did meet the hero of Ferelden, though. He was awesome. He walked up and said, "Hi."
Mages! Focus past the Herald. Let her will draw from you.
That's always the question, Salvador. It didn't work. Yeah, it didn't work.
You did it.
What? We did? Huh. Color me surprised. Maybe the next act will be focused on something different. I like that. A lot. See, the reason I'm surprised by that is what I would do story-wise. And I don't mean that to sound that arrogant or whatnot, but my point is, most games and stories in general don't... They do the expected thing, you know? They do the approach that isn't going to shock or try to upset the status quo. They do the thing that's going to be easier to write, easier to design. Fundamentally altering the status quo is something I always really enjoy if it's done properly. The Klingon War, Deep Space Nine, or the entrance of the Dominion in Deep Space Nine, good example of that. Captain America's second movie is a good example of that. I guess they took my suggestion of a banquet properly. See, the beauty is, now we have a problem. Because now the Inquisition is still a thing, even though there's no rift. What do we do next?
Solus confirms the heavens are scarred but calm. The breach is sealed. We've reports of lingering rifts, and many questions remain. But this was a victory. Word of your heroism has spread.
You know how many were involved. Luck put me at the center.
A strange kind of luck. I'm not sure if we need more or less. But you're right. This was a victory of Alliance. One of the few in recent memory. With the breach closed, that alliance will need new focus.
And here it comes.
Forces approaching! To arms!
Damn it. I wish I was wrong sometimes.
What the... We must get to the gates.
That's not a force. It's an army.
Never a dull moment for Southerners, is there?
We have to put up barricades or something.
And just to remind you, kittens!
This bodes poorly.
Damn it.
Cullen?
One watchguard reporting. It's a massive force, the bulk over the mountain.
Told you.
Under what banner?
None.
None?
I can't come in unless you open. I'm Cole. I came to warn you, to help. People are coming to hurt you. You probably already know.
What is this?
I can see Cole.
The Templars come to kill you.
Templars? Is this the Order's response to our talks with the mages, attacking blindly?
The Red Templars went to the Elder One. You know him? He knows you. You took his mages. There.
This Elder One.
Hello, Corypheus.
He's very angry that you took his mages.
Cullen, give me a plan. Anything.
Run.
Haven is no fortress. If we are to withstand this monster, we must control the battle. Get out there and hit that force. Use everything you can. Mages! You have sanction to engage them. That is Samson. He will not make it easy. Inquisition! With the Herald! For your lives! For all of us!
This guy at the runs. Those, well, those are Red Templars. Well, those were Red Templars? Is that the best way to put that? I'm not sure how best to put that, but I think you get the point and impression. I imagine Corypheus would be here with a Tevinter army if we sided with the Templars. In fact, I'd bet money on it. I think we're officially going to go ahead and push that up one more mark really quick. Hello, Proxy.
Almost ready. Keep them off us.
You guys did see the red lyrium literally growing out of their bodies, right? But yes, my assumption is that the Templars have fixed their lyrium addiction with red lyrium, which is, to say the least. My inventory's full. Oops. It doesn't actually surprise me, Sylder. He was pretty much perfectly positioned to be the big bad of this game. And I kind of called that from a while ago, but I think there's one other little tidbit going on that doesn't involve Corypheus. But I do think that he is, you know, the bad guy. He's the baiter.
They felt that. We'll reload. You get to the other trebuchet. It is firing!
This way. We must get this trebuchet firing.
Well, I imagine the Alexius real decision will come in later, but I haven't actually seen it yet. If I were to guess pencil, I'd say, well, okay, we know for a fact, and this has been well established in the canon, that the body is malleable to the soul. So it would make sense to me that Corypheus literally just molded his body into his new form. That's actually what I always assumed Corypheus would do. Also, it makes me think what kind of being he actually is, because that's not really normal magic right there.
More incoming. Keep them off the trebuchet.
I sure hope this thing's aimed right. And these two trebuchets will sure. Oh, that's what we're doing. I was gonna say that makes much more sense. To say we should not be shooting the army. Remember, the environment is a much more deadly foe than any army. That's the very basis of guerrilla warfare. Damn it, I was hoping I was wrong. He does have a pet.
Is now well beyond making sense.
A pet dragon.
Everyone to the gates!
And by pet, I don't necessarily mean pet. There could be an alliance going on there.
Help me with this door.
You. No, you. Fix it. No? Okay, fine. I'll do it then. Excuse me. There we go.
Just grabbing essentials. I'd die for the forge.
I suppose that's also possible. He could also be one of the dragons.
Move it! Move it!
There's plenty of possibilities there, but...
We need everyone back to the Chantry. It's the only building that might hold against that beast.
At this point, just make them work for it.
Haven must evacuate to the Chantry!
Since I can't attack those guys, I'll just be down here. So in case you guys missed that, one of the Red Templars focused energy into the other Templar, which caused Red Lyrium to explode from him, turning him into a Red Templar horror. Actually, there sort of is Saldir, it's just they're not actually good at it. They just kind of claim they are. Cassandra's actually from that guild, or from that family, I should say. Right, my inventory is full. So I've got a chance to sell. You know what? Hang on, this might be a problem in the near future. Yeah, just in case there's some nice loot coming up, let's just do this really quick. Depends on what Corypheus actually wants, which we don't really know. The only thing we have are hints about his obsession with the Golden City, and he's probably trying to make himself into a new deity. as we know from the Ultimate Timeline. I'm coming.
You're a survivor. Not even a chance. I think someone is over here.
Anyone in here?
Another death, I fear.
A survivor!
Hello. I'm working on it. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up!
What's happening? Maker, thank you. Thank you.
The only explanation I've ever heard Axe-Cack was offered by a fan, not them.
I hear a
Until I'm done, Saldir. Probably most of the day, as usual. Yes, the official line Axe-Hack is that healing magic is super rare and therefore you shouldn't have it. For lore purposes. I know what the gameplay reason is. I also disagree with that, by the way.
Thanks. Let's go.
Okay, I think we've saved everyone that we can. Just in case we're going to do a save here.
move! Keep going! The Chantry is your shelter!
Don't you dare redeem
He tried
yourself.
to stop a Templar. The blade went deep. He's going to die.
What a charming boy.
That's Cole. Absolutely honest.
Harold, our position is not good. That dragon stole back any time you might have earned us.
I've seen an archdemon. I was in the Fade, but it looked like that.
I don't care what it looks like. It's cut a path for that army. They'll kill everyone in Haven.
The Elder One doesn't care about the village. He only wants the Herald.
If you know why he wants me, just say it.
I don't. He's too loud. It hurts to hear him. He wants to kill you. No one else matters, but he'll crush them, kill them anyway. I don't like him.
You don't like... Harold, there are no tactics to make this survivable. The only thing that slowed them was the avalanche. We could turn the remaining trebuchets, cause one last slide.
We're overrun. To hit the enemy, we'd bury Haven.
We're dying, but we can decide how. Many don't get that choice.
Yes, that. Chancellor Roderick can help. He wants to say it before he dies.
There is a path. You wouldn't know it unless you made the summer pilgrimage, as I have. The people can escape. She must have shown me. Or Andraste must have shown me so I could tell you.
What are you on about, Roderick?
It was whim that I walked the path. I did not mean to start. It was overgrown. Now, with so many in the Conclave dead, to be the only one who remembers. I don't know. If this simple memory can save us, this could be more than mere accident. You could be more.
What about it, Cullen? Will it work?
Possibly. If he shows us the path. What of your escape? Perhaps you will surprise it. Find a way. Inquisition,
Yeah, no.
follow Chancellor Roderick through the Chantry. Move!
There is no choice here. The only reason I was ever special was for the rifts. The rifts are gone.
Is meant for this. I pray for you.
I'm the logical choice to die here.
They'll load the trebuchets. Keep the Elder One's attention until we're above the tree line. If we are to have a chance, if you are to have a chance, let that thing hear you.
Actually, Plate Smasher, if you think about it, Vengeance was the only one with healing magic in 2, so that actually still kind of fits that.
I understand the strategy, but I usually avoid drawing this much attention.
You know what would be a really ballsy move? If we could actually die here. Seriously, think about that. I'd actually gain a lot of respect for this game if they let you, you know, permanently die here. And the game keeps going, by the way. That's important. Hawk did too, that's true. If you were a mage, of course. But still found it more. Now, Morrigan could also learn healing magic, but she also still functions as kind of an exception. Yeah, we suddenly have music, right? No, not Cole. Cullen, most likely. That would piss so many people off. Oh, hey, Red Lyrium. That's a wonderful thing to loot. Oh, that'd be even better, Pencil. Don't say that, because that's not true. We're gonna find some way to miraculously survive this. Oh, that would be awesome, though. Now you got me thinking about it, guys. Damn it. We stop the breach and sacrifice our lives. And then we start playing as the Warden in order to actually save the world. With Hawk at our side. After all, Hawk has a personal stake in Peripheus, doesn't she? Damn it, I like that idea a lot now that I'm actually thinking about it. Aw. Yeah, okay. Meh. Loving this music. I have a couple things turned down, Lord of Mordor, but otherwise, yes. Alright, Inquisition. This is your big chance to wow me. What are you doing after this? Sell me.
There's our glorious end. All it needs is aid.
I tend to agree with the fact that Hawk should be more playable than the Warden, consequently. As much as I dislike the concept, it still makes more sense. But imagine if they actually coded 2 different outcomes if your warden was alive or dead. That would impress me. Keep them off me, guys. Or don't. That's fine. I'll just be here killing people. I imagine, Smite Elf, most of these Templars are in fact victims. To be totally blunt, I see this as very much a Borg situation. Killing these people is a mercy. God, I love this music. Oh, that would be even better, Pencil. Much less likely, though. But, keep him off me.
Be ready. More coming our way. The warrior!
Looks like I get 1 refill.
Here they come. Get ready.
Knight Captain Denham. Oh my god. Hello, beautiful. Remember, take your Lurium pills, children, if you want to grow up big and strong. Apparently that is called a behemoth. Appropriate. Alright, game. This is it. This is your chance to impress me.
Move! Now!
Corrupted.
Enough! Pretender, you toy with forces beyond your ken. No more.
What are you? Why are you doing this?
Mortals beg for truth they cannot have. It is beyond what you are, what I was. Know me. Know what you have pretended to be. Exalt the Elder One. The will that is Corypheus. You will kneel.
Why are you here? You haven't even asked for anything.
I ask for nothing, because it is not in your power to give. But that will not stop me.
There it is.
I am here for the anchor. The process of removing it begins now. It is your fault, Herald. You interrupted a ritual years in the planning, and instead of dying, you stole its purpose. I do not know how you survived, but what marks you as touched, what you flail at rifts, I crafted to assault the very heavens. And you used the anchor to undo my work. The gall.
What is this thing meant to do?
It is meant to bring certainty where there is none. For you, the certainty that I would always come for it. I once breached the Fade in the name of another to serve the old gods of the Empire in person. I found only chaos and corruption, dead whispers. For 1,000 years I was confused, no more. I have gathered the will to return under no name but my own, to champion withered Tevinter and correct this blighted world. Beg that I succeed, for I have seen the throne of the gods, and it was empty. The anchor is permanent. You have spoilt it with your stumbling. So be it. I will begin again. Find another way to give this world the nation and God it requires. And you, I will not suffer even an unknowing rival. You must die.
Do it.
You expect us to surrender and kneel. We will not. You'll face us all. When we choose!
don't think I've ever wanted one of my own characters to die as much as I do right now. Horrible, isn't it? But we won't. I'm almost positive. The structure of that scene indicates that we won't. Oh, it doesn't say anything about her son. Ah! Loading! I want to know what's happening. Ah, what do you mean, a dead? It would help, Lucian, but you could just YouTube the end cutscene if you really need to, if you really want to. But let's just say Corypheus is interesting. Everything about his character arc can be summarized by one sentence. I have seen the throne of the gods, and it was empty. I would recommend it, Lucian, in all honesty. If money is not an issue and time is not an issue, then God, yes. And yes, I am, Ernest. Damn. We lived. Not giving it another plus, because we lived. But I have to be honest. Corypheus's motivations make way too much sense to me. Oh, that would be wonderful, Lord. But it isn't.
There. Who's there?
Is that a despair? Wait, what? You have gained Mark of the Rift. Cause massive... Focus is a resource that is gained each time someone in your party deals damage. Each party member has their own focus meter, but each party members gain focus when a single member deals damage.
What now?
Area of effects. Yeah, I thank you. Well, thank you, Corypheus, for activating the anchor for me. I was about to wonder how the hell I could take down a despair by myself. I can't. Huh. I would like my number one ability back, please. Which is this one. Here's my Inquisitor abilities. Consider me moderately impressed. They have decided to advance our ability and power and whatnot relative to the story. I'm with that. And it's all because Corypheus tried to rip the anchor out of us. Hello. Okay. I've actually lived in the frost in the north, in the wilds, in the, shall we say, wintry areas. This is a bad idea going out into this.
embers. Recent?
There! It's her!
Yeah, it's locked.
Thank the Maker!
Ah. Damn. Not what I was expecting, admittedly.
What would you have me tell them? This isn't what we asked them to do.
We cannot simply ignore this. We must find a way.
And who put you in charge? We need a consensus or we have nothing.
Please, we must use reason. Without the infrastructure of the Inquisition, we're hobbled.
I can't come from nowhere.
She didn't say it could.
Enough! This is getting us nowhere.
Well, we're agreed on that much.
Shh. You need rest.
They've been at it for hours.
They have that luxury thanks to you. The enemy could not follow, and with time to doubt, we turn to blame. Infighting may threaten as much as this Corypheus.
And isn't that just Dragon Age in a nutshell? The main threat's down. Now we can turn to infighting. I am going to go ahead and put another plus on the gameplay. I'm still not decided on it, but that's definitely a yes. It's also amusing how several people who generally get along with each other and aren't extremists, this is important, still disagree with each other. Remember how in Dragon Age 2 they deliberately involved extremists to get across the outliers of both sides of the view? Yeah.
Do we know where Corypheus and his forces are?
We are not sure where we are, which may be why, despite the numbers he still commands, there is no sign of him. That, or you are believed dead, or without Haven, we are thought helpless, or he girds for another attack. I cannot claim to know the mind of that creature, only his effect on us.
I could.
If they're arguing about what we do next, I need to be there.
Another heated voice won't help, even yours, perhaps especially yours. Our leaders struggle because of what we survivors witnessed. We saw our defenders stand and fall. And now we have seen her return. The more the enemy is beyond us, the more miraculous your actions appear, and the more our trials seem ordained. That is hard to accept, no? What we have been called to endure. What we perhaps must come to believe.
I like this woman, by the way. Always have, but...
I escaped the avalanche. Barely, perhaps, but I didn't die.
Of course. And the dead cannot return from across the veil. But the people know what they saw. Or perhaps what they needed to see. The Maker works both in the moment and in how it is remembered. Can we truly know the heavens are not with us?
I think that's the first time the game has ever openly said, you know, this is the theme of overall Dragon Age in a nutshell. The way she just phrased that. By the way, I've got a convenient thing up here for you, Crispin.
You saw Corypheus. What do you think of his claims of assaulting the heavens?
Scripture says magisters, to winter servants of false-souled gods, entered the Fade to reach the Golden City, seat of the Maker. For their crime, they were cast out as Darkspawn. Their hubris is why we suffer blight, and why the Maker turned from us. If such is the claim of this Corypheus, he is a monster beyond imagining. All mankind continues to suffer for that sin. If even a shred of it is true, all the more reason Andraste would choose someone to rise against him.
Corypheus said he found only corruption and emptiness. Nothing golden.
If he entered that place, it has changed him without and within. The living are not meant to make that journey.
No chivalric.
Perhaps these are lies he must tell himself, rather than accept that he earned the scorn of the Maker. I know I could not bear such.
Scheiße.
Mother Giselle, I just don't see how what I believe matters. Lies or not, Corypheus is a real physical threat. We can't match that with hope alone.
And the path is dark. Look to the sky, for one day soon the dawn will come. The shepherd's lost, and his home is far. Keep to the stars, the dawn will come. The night is long, and the path is dark. Look to the sky, for one day soon the dawn will come. Bear your blade and raise it high. Stand your ground, the dawn will come. The night is long and the path is dark. Look to the sky, for one day soon the dawn will come. An army needs more than an enemy. It needs a cause.
A word. The humans have not raised one of our people so high for ages beyond counting. Her faith is hard won, Lethaline, worthy of pride, save one detail. The threat Corypheus wields. The orb he carried. It is ours. Corypheus used the orb to open the breach. Unlocking it must have caused the explosion that destroyed the Conclave. We must find out how he survived. And we must... when they learn the orb is of our people.
All right. What is it and how do you know about it?
Such things were foci, said to channel power from our gods. Some were dedicated to specific members of our pantheon. All that remains are references in ruins, and faint visions of memory in the Fade, echoes of a dead empire. But however Corypheus came to it, the orb is elven, and with it, he threatens the heart of human faith.
So I appear to have lost chat, so I'm going to pause for a moment because I'm not sure what the hell's going on. I'm not even sure if I'm still streaming, technically. Just going to hang here for a moment. Come on, chat. Come back. Come back to me, chat. I need to see all the people making fun of me for crying at that scene. Well, I appear to be streaming, I just don't have chat. How interesting. I don't know what to do about that.
Didn't you see? The people trust me implicitly.
Faith tends to make martyrs of its champions. Whatever the case, that trust cannot grow in the wilderness. You will need every advantage. The Inquisition. Corypheus has changed it. Changed you. Scout to the north. Be their guide.
I'm good at that.
There is a place that waits for a force to hold it. There is a place where the Inquisition can build, grow.
They arrive daily from every settlement in the region. The hold is becoming a pilgrimage. If word has reached these people, it will have reached the Elder One. We have the walls and numbers to put up a fight here, but this threat is far beyond the war we anticipated. But we now know what allowed you to stand against Corypheus, what drew him to you.
Okay, this is getting a little ridiculous. I can't pull Twitch chat up on anything right now. I don't even know if you guys can see Twitch chat. I have zero information on the matter. And according to Nick, I am still live, but there's no chat. That wasn't a message sent to me. see what's going on in Twitch support real quick. We are looking into reports of chat not working correctly. Got it. Apparently, there is an issue. What a shock. Well, whatever. I guess you all will have to just make fun of me for crying elsewise. Sorry, guys. I know that's one of your favorite things to do. Well, I suppose we'll push through more storyline while we're at it.
He came for this, and now it's useless to him, so he wants me dead. That's it.
The anchor has power, but it's not why you're still standing here. Your decisions let us heal the sky. Your determination brought us out of Haven. You are the creature's rival because of what you did. And we know it. All of us. The Inquisition requires a leader. The one who has already been leading it.
Well, shoot. And here I thought I would actually have to take over from within, but you're just handing me the reins. Now I'm not so sure I want them.
You.
And just what are you going to do if I don't want this? I did my part of the breach, and in Haven. That should be enough.
That's not the tone
We've
I was
all
hoping for.
sacrificed, but we're not done. You're not done. If nothing else, Corypheus still wants you dead. If the Inquisition disappears, and it will, without you, you will be alone.
Yeah, that's really not the answer I
I
was
believe
going
the Maker
for.
intended you for this. We need each other. But how you lead us, that is for you alone to determine.
Interesting sword.
Our concern must be the order and safety of this world, not the next. I'm not chosen. I have chosen. And I will lead us to victory.
Wherever you lead us. Have our people been told?
They have. And soon, the world.
Commander, will they follow?
Inquisition, will you follow? Will you fight? Will we triumph?
Interesting.
Your leader, your herald, your Inquisitor!
How often in this world does a person actually gain leadership and honor of and respect of others through results and through actions and choices rather than words? Yes, I know it's happened before, but it's a rare thing. Could I wear Liliana's outfit? Could I just do that? I mean, she's a rogue. And now, please give me keep mechanics. Please. I love keep mechanics.
It began in the courtyard. This is where we turned that promise into action. But what do? We know nothing about this Corypheus except that he wanted your mark.
I know a lot about him.
Corypheus wants to restore Tevinter. Is this a prelude to war with the Imperium?
I get the feeling we're dealing with extremists, not the vanguard of a true invasion.
Agreed.
Tevinter is not the Imperium of 1,000 years ago. What Corypheus yearns to restore no longer exists. Though they would shed no tears if the South fell to chaos, I'm certain.
Could his dragon really be an archdemon?
Yes.
What would that mean?
It would mean the beginning of another blight. We've seen no darkspawn other than Corypheus himself. Perhaps it's not an archdemon at all, but something different?
Whatever it is, it's dangerous. Commanding such a creature gives Corypheus an advantage we can't ignore.
I feel like pointing out that the architect was capable of turning an old god, a dragon, into an archdemon. Remember? think on that.
Corypheus said he wanted to enter the Black City, that this would make him a god.
He is willing to tear this world apart to reach the next. It won't matter if he's wrong.
What if he's not wrong? If he finds some other way into the Fade?
Then he gains the power he seeks, or unleashes catastrophe on us all.
Someone out there must know something about Corypheus.
Hawk!
Unless they saw him on the field, most will not believe he even exists.
We do have one advantage. We know what Corypheus intends to do next.
Varric was there too.
In that strange future you experienced, Empress Celine had been assassinated.
Imagine the chaos her death would cause. With his army.
An army he'll bolster with a massive force of demons, or so the future tells us.
Corypheus could conquer the entire south of Thedas, god or no god.
I'd feel better if we knew more about what we were dealing with.
I know someone who can help with that.
Yes! Yes!
Everyone acting all inspirational jogged my memory, so I sent a message to an old friend. She's crossed paths with Corypheus before and may know more about what he's doing. She can help.
Yeah, finally! God! Thank you. Now, it's probably just going to be a cameo. But whatever. I really wish chat would work.
I'm always looking for new allies. Introduce me.
Parading around might cause a fuss. It's better for you to meet privately, on the battlements. Trust me, it's complicated.
Well, then, we stand ready to move on both of these concerns.
On your order, Inquisitor.
Order
I
number
know
one.
thing.
I need
If
a better
Varric has
outfit.
brought who I think he has, Cassandra is going to kill him.
Seriously, new outfit. That's like priority one.
This is the Inquisition. A dusty old ruin filled with battered soldiers.
If you shut your mouth and open your eyes, you'd see that the Inquisition
Nice
is
place.
our one home.
Nice place. Okay. Where's the battlements? I need to go talk to Hawk. I mean, someone who's totally not Hawk. Like, right frickin' now. No, seriously. That... Hey, where's Hawk? It's Hawk. Damn it!
Look at this place.
Sorry, someone looked familiar there for a moment.
Majestic. How is a place like this ever lost?
That is exactly what I would have done, too. Let you customize it in the new engine. Now, it would be nice if I could see what the hell's going on. Wow. Oh, there we go. It's just really weird lighting issues here. Oh, God. Okay. I guess we'll be here for a bit while we wait for the chat to start working again. I'm gonna call this a bug, by the way, for some reason. I mean, just... Call me wild. I literally can't even see the color there. Whoa, okay, so that's blonde. Whoa, okay, she's put on a few years there. Oh, there's some light. Wow, she has optional blood swipes now. Wow. That's actually pretty similar to what Esk looks like. Not perfect. I think we're just going to go with that.
Inquisitor, meet Hawk, the champion of Kirkwall.
Though I don't use that title much anymore.
Hawk, the Inquisitor. I figured you might have some friendly advice about Corypheus. You and I did fight him, after all.
Impressive view. Reminds me of my home in Kirkwall. I had a balcony that overlooked the whole city. I loved it at first. But after a while, all I could see were the people out there depending on me.
You're lucky it was just a single city. I've got half of Thedas.
You're doing everything you can to protect them.
Does it ever get any easier?
I'll let you know. I don't envy you, Inquisitor. But I may be able to help you.
Varric said that you fought Corypheus before.
Fought and killed. The Grey Wardens were holding him, and he somehow used his connection to the Darkspawn to influence them.
Corypheus got into their heads, messed with their minds, turned them against each other.
If the Wardens have disappeared, they could have fallen under his control again.
If that's what happened to the Wardens, do you think we can free them?
It's possible, but we need to know more first. I've got a friend in the Wardens. He was investigating something unrelated for me. His name is Stroud. The last time we spoke, he was worried about corruption in the Warden ranks. Since then, nothing.
Corypheus would certainly qualify as corruption in the ranks. Did your friend disappear with them?
No. He told me he'd be hiding in an old smuggler's cave near Crestwood.
If you didn't know about Corypheus, what were you doing with the Wardens?
The Templars in Kirkwall were using a strange form of lyrium. It was red. I'd hoped the Wardens could tell me more about it.
Corypheus had Templars with him at Haven. They looked like they'd been exposed to the lyrium you describe.
Hopefully, my friend in the Wardens will know more.
I appreciate the help.
I'm doing this as much for myself as for you. Corypheus is my responsibility. I thought I'd killed him before. This time I'll make sure of it. Inquisitor.
You said you thought you killed Corypheus.
The Grey Wardens had him imprisoned. They used my father's blood in a ritual to seal Corypheus inside. But he could still reach out and influence the Warden's thoughts. He sent them after me. And I didn't just think I killed him. When the fight was done, he was dead on the ground. Maybe his tie to the Blight somehow brought him back, or maybe it's all Tevinter magic, but he was dead, I swear it.
Apparently, my Hawk is an idiot, but we already knew that from Legacy.
Where did you go after the mages rebelled?
I heard the Chantry might be sending an exalted march to Kirkwall to put down the rebellion. I hoped that leaving would save lives and force the Divine to divide her forces to come after me. As it turned out, I needn't have bothered. All the circles started rising up, and the exalted march never came.
I'd like to know more about Anders. What was he like?
I don't know if there ever was just an Anders. He was crazy. By the end, there was nothing left in him, except this insane need to start a war no one could win.
I heard you had family and friends in Kirkwall. Where are they now?
When the Wardens began acting strangely, I had my friend Aveline take my sister out of the Free Marches. They've both seen enough trouble because of me.
I assume Varric's been feeding you information about the Inquisition. What did he say about me?
Only good things, I promise. I was a little surprised, actually. Varric isn't one for religion in general, but he thinks highly of the Inquisition. I think the exact phrase was, has a good shot at fixing Blondie's mess.
Okay, I'll take that as high praise.
We'll talk later.
I'll meet you at Crestwood.
Well, one of the things that I actually successfully didn't spoil for myself was whether or not the Warden or Hawk were in the game. I suppose that's answered now. Still no Twitch chat. What's going on in Twitch support right now? And I quote, "Hold your kappas." Well, I suppose I'll go do other stuff while I wait, now that I've met the champion of Kirkwall. For some reason I thought she'd be taller. Why am I going around? Let's talk to everyone.
So, this is Skyhawk. Come, let's walk the ramparts. I want to examine our fortifications. We'll be able to see Corypheus coming from miles away.
He's not going to get the better of us again.
We lost good soldiers that day, loyal men and women. And when he came after you, he really made it personal. I swear I'll take that twisted bastard down, even if I have to die to do it.
Ahem. For...
You see this as a personal insult, don't you?
Damn it, why did I...
If it's not personal for you, maybe it should be. The people flock to your banner, eager to fight for the Herald of Andraste. Their faith is a leash, and your Inquisition has taken hold of it.
Not sure I agree with that.
Tell me honestly, are you what they say you are? Andraste's chosen?
You ask me as if I would know.
There is so little I remember. What if they're right?
Does it even matter?
No.
Don't you see what you are to them? Without you, they'd be consumed by despair. We all would. They need you to be Andraste's messenger. It gives them hope. The truth doesn't matter.
There's that theme again.
Listen to me talk. Your time is valuable and I've wasted enough of it.
The truth doesn't matter. How ironically true.
Scout Harding.
Your worship.
What's been going on?
Seeker Cassandra came through here, looking like a storm cloud. That's just her face, though, isn't it?
I should go.
Oh my god! They said it! That's the first time they've done it the whole time. I should go.
Haven was a cock-up, Herald, Inquisitor. But you did right by me, and others. We'll pay you back.
So, Inquisitor. It is Inquisitor now, right?
Lord Inquisitor.
Remember that war we talked about stopping? Full of little baddies I can stick with little arrows. That's not a friggin' archdemon, is it? Droste, what did I step in?
I've apparently been through a lot. But yes, Corypheus was a surprise.
No, a surprise would be, oh, I stepped in dog shite. No one says, oh, a Magister God monster, I'm surprised. Impossible things aren't surprises.
I can't help you if you don't explain what's wrong exactly.
It's got to be nonsense, doesn't it? What kind of screwed if it isn't? I mean, that Corypheus thing. A Magister, right? Story is, he cracked the Golden City. But that's a hazy dream. If not, seat of the Maker, real thing. A seat needs a book, so the Maker, real thing. Fairy stories about the start and end of the world, real things. It's too far, isn't it? I just want to plug the Skyhole rubbish so I can go play.
Ooh. Ooh. That's a tough one.
Keep calling it nonsense. That perspective will keep the Inquisition grounded.
Oh, I can do that. Sure could use a few more people shouting no. We fight, the bad things go away, everyone calms down, and everything goes back to normal. A nice, well-paid normal.
You're starting to not sound completely crazy.
I know, scary innit? So bring 'em on. But first, food. I'm starving.
So far, I like Sarah's unique perspective on the ordinary. I've talked about that before, the need to have a down-to-earth, ordinary perspective on life, in addition to the more epic level, oh my god, we are the heroes of legend, kind of a thing, that most of the main characters tend to be.
Well, you've got the fortress for it. Speaking of which, when you've got a second, there's something I want to show you.
Wait.
So, how did you get the name Iron Bull?
I picked it. We don't have names under the cube. Just, I don't know, job descriptions, I guess. When I came to Orlais, I chose the Iron Bull for myself.
But why specifically Iron Bull?
This may surprise you, but I really like hitting things. Also, it's the Iron Bull, technically. I like having an article at the front. It makes it sound like I'm not even a person, just a mindless weapon. An implement of destruction. That really works for me.
Right. But
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
okay, so you had something you wanted to show me.
What did you want me to come see?
Here, come on. I'll show you.
Uh-oh. My god, it's so big.
Why am I dressed like this?
You'll see. Come on. It'll be worth your time, I promise.
Oh god, I wasn't even going that way with it.
Evening. Iron Bull. My merc band just joined up.
Tanner. I'm from Jader. Well, near Jader.
Mira. I was guard captain for Lady Pendel. Signed on after shit blew up at the Conclave. Share a drink? Who's your friend?
This is Grim. She doesn't talk much.
Huh.
So, you ready to kill some demons? Or Venatori, or whatever that Corypheus asshole is?
This isn't just about killing. We're helping the Inquisitor save the world and build the next empire.
That's true. You are.
Well, long as I get paid, I'm happy. That's why I signed up.
I just couldn't spend my whole life on a farm. Needed to live a little, you know.
What about you, Mira? Why'd you join up? I thought you were serving some noble.
I saw what happened at Haven. The Inquisitor staring down that monster and his archdemon. I don't think the chant of light as much as I should. But you can't see something like that and not believe.
Well, Grim and I should find our tents. Thanks for the drink.
Enjoy the card game.
I know every soldier under my command. You don't have that option, but a few faces might help.
It was good to get that perspective.
Yeah. Sounds like we could use an easy win for boys like Tanner. And vets like Mira have seen enough to be wary. You've got a good army coming along. Remember that, no matter what comes next.
And that's why I like Iron Bull right there. Ironically, he does have a very keen perspective. Just not quite to the extent we've seen before. It makes me wonder if the Arashok, the previous Arashok, was actually an outlier rather than a normal perspective. You know what I mean? Of course, he can't respond to me because we don't have chat. At this rate, I'm just going to stop streaming. I mean, my god, what's the point of streaming if there's no chat? Come on, Twitch. I'm amused they couldn't recognize, you know, me, considering everyone in the universe recognized the champion. But I digress.
It was a mistake to use Haven as a base of operations. The town was completely indefensible.
It was a bad location. We should have moved sooner.
You left yourself vulnerable to attack. It was a miscalculation, one that I'm sure you won't repeat. But the enemy struck a serious blow against you and the Inquisition. We must recognize that. You must.
For every person I saved, 2 more were cut down. I failed them.
You haven't failed them, my dear. The men and women who fight for you gave their lives for a great cause, and they fought to the end. The rest still fight, and you will fail them if you give up now. Our enemy advances, Inquisitor. We must not sit idly by. Act first, and teach them to fear us. You can become the leader the faithful require, but you must do it soon.
Okay, talk to him, talk to her, talk to her. Talk to her, let her teleportation.
The order was sent?
Yes, Commander.
Send men to scout the area. We need to know what's out there.
Yes, sir.
Commander, soldiers have been assigned temporary quarters.
Very good. I'll need an update on the armory as well. Now! We set up as best we could at Haven, but could never prepare for an archdemon, or whatever it was. With some warning, we might have...
We were all shaken by what happened.
If Corypheus strikes again, we may not be able to withdraw. I wouldn't want to. We must be ready. Work on Skyhold is underway. Guard rotations established. We should have everything on course within the week. We will not run from here, Inquisitor.
How many were lost?
Most of our people made it to Skyhold. It could have been worse. Morale was low, but it's improved greatly since you accepted the role of Inquisitor.
Everyone has so much faith in my leadership. I hope I'm ready.
You won't have to carry the Inquisition alone, although it must feel like. We needed a leader. You have proven yourself.
Fert. Even though I don't know if anybody's in chat, actually, to appreciate that.
You responded quickly to the attack on Haven. Without that, so many more would have died. I'm grateful for any help you can give.
Thank you, Inquisitor. I will do everything I can to ensure the security of our people. You have my word.
Don't go into extremes. Extremes are bad. Just ask anyone else in the entire setting, ever. Hello, Cole.
This thing is not a stray puppy you can make into a pet. It has no business being here.
Wouldn't you say the same of an apostate?
Inquisitor, I wondered if Cole was perhaps a mage, given his unusual abilities.
We're not sure what Cole is.
He can cause people to forget him, or even fail entirely to notice him. These are not the abilities of a mage. It seems that Cole is a spirit.
It is a demon.
If you prefer, although the truth is somewhat more complex.
I'm not sure how much more complexity I need, Solus.
Indeed, my dear. He may call it whatever he likes, but it is still a threat.
In fact, his nature is not so easily defined.
Speak plainly, Solus. What are we dealing with?
Demons normally enter this world by possessing something. In their true form, they look bizarre, monstrous.
But you claim Cole looks like a young man. Is it possession?
No. He has possessed nothing and no one. And yet he appears human in all respects. Cole is unique, Inquisitor. More than that, he wishes to help. I suggest you allow him to do so.
I'm about to lose lots of Vivienne rep here, but yeah, I'm totally okay with that.
What do you mean by possession?
Spirits and demons cross over from the Fade by attaching themselves to something in this world. But Cole has willfully manifested in human form without possessing anyone.
The demons who came through the breach, or through the rifts, weren't possessing anything.
These demons were drawn through against their will, driven mad by this world. But Cole predates the breach. From what we can tell, he has lived here for months, perhaps years. He looks like a young man. For all intents and purposes, he is a young man. It is remarkable.
I should hear what Cole has to say for himself. Where is he now?
If none of us remember him, he could be anywhere.
He's right there.
Haven. So many soldiers fought to protect the pilgrims so they could escape. Choking fear. Can't think from the medicine, but the cuts rack me with every heartbeat. Hot, white pain. Everything burns. I can't. I'm going to... I'm dying. I'm... dead.
You're feeling their pain?
It's louder this close, with so many of them.
Would you like to go somewhere more comfortable?
Yes, but here is where I can help. Every breath slower, like lying in a warm bath, sliding away. Smell of my daughter's hair when I kiss her goodnight. Gone. Cracked brown pain, dry, scraping, thirsty. Here.
Thank you.
It's all right. She won't remember me.
You're using your powers as a spirit to help people.
Yes? I used to think I was a ghost. I didn't know. I made mistakes, but I made friends too. Then a Templar proved I wasn't real. I lost my friends. I lost everything. I learned how to be more like what I am. It made me different, but stronger. I can feel more. I can help.
If you're willing, the Inquisition could use your help.
Yes, helping. I help the hurt. The helpless. There's someone. Hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Someone make it stop hurting. Make her, please.
Hello, Mercy.
The healers have done all they can. It will take him hours to die. Every moment will be agony. He wants mercy. Help.
All right. Help him.
It's all right. I want to stay.
I couldn't take that either. An hour's death. I've been there. No, thank you. Really wish Chap was back right about now.
Roderick was sorry before he died.
Did he tell you why he was sorry?
Blood everywhere. Monsters, madness, dying. We're all dying. The Herald stands against it, and heads turn. Desperate and simple. Pure. Voices in the chantry. Years since I'd sung the song and felt it flowing through me. But this is real. This is real. So long since I'd felt it. Falling, flying, faith. And I fought her. Make her forgive me. I hope I did enough.
I pity Roderick died in regret. Fine. Who are you?
Thanks for my life in Haven. You've all sorts serving now. If that means change, so be it.
That's okay. I know where I am now. I want to go this way.
Need something?
What can you tell me about this Corypheus?
I'm not exactly an expert, but ask away and I'll answer what I can.
How did you first encounter him?
A few years back, I was dealing with some trouble from a Carter clan that went rogue. They were sending assassins after the Hog family. We tracked them to a ruin in the Vimarks. It turned out to be a trap. Once you went far enough into the ruin, there was a magic barrier that kept you from going back. The whole thing was a prison the Grey Wardens were using to hold what they thought was a powerful Darkspawn.
I've never heard of Wardens locking up Darkspawn. Why wouldn't they just kill him and be done with it?
I don't think they could. From what we saw in there, Corypheus can control Wardens somehow. They couldn't attack him. The Wardens locked him up because there was nothing else they could do.
He looks like some sort of blighted creature, but he speaks. What is he exactly?
The Wardens who imprisoned him thought he was just a Darkspawn. But you heard him ranting. He claims he's a Magister. One who assaulted the Golden City, what, more than 1,000 years ago? It seems crazy, but if he's telling the truth, he's one of the people who caused the blights.
You and Hawk both said before he was supposed to be dead.
He was dead. We killed him. The only way for us to escape the prison Corypheus was trapped in was to go through him. We weren't going to just leave the door to his prison open behind us and hope he was dead. We made sure.
All right. I think that's enough about Corypheus.
No problem.
I've made some inquiries into the Imperial Court. The sooner we deal with the threats to the Empress, the better. The political situation in the Empire is dangerously unstable. It will complicate matters.
Everything in the Empire complicates matters. It's the Orlesian national pastime.
Turn your nose up at the grand game if you like, Commander, but we play for the higher stakes, and to the death.
The Court's disapproval can be as great a threat as the Venatori. We must be vigilant to avert disaster.
Don't worry, Josephine. We'll protect the Empress no matter what.
I pray you're right. If your vision of the future comes to pass, the death of the Empress heralds the destruction of everything. Orlais holds Tevinter at bay. All of Thedas could be lost if the Empire falls to Corypheus. Celine is holding peace talks under the auspices of a grand masquerade. Every power in Orlais will be there. It's the perfect place for an assassin to hide.
A grand masquerade? I need to go shopping.
We don't have enough sway with the court to arrange an invitation. Perhaps a few more alliances.
Or soldiers.
We need a greater presence in Orlais. And soon.
Okay. Does anyone remember the Dragon Age? I know you can't talk back to me, but do you remember the Dragon Age Origins ending? Where it talked about how a woman of Morrigan's description... Wow, that's my throne. A woman of Morrigan's description was found to be a uncanny advisor to the Empress. Yeah, I think you see where I'm going with that.
Now, what did they make down here, and what can I make?
Well, I've walked away from too many burning buildings for one lifetime. This place, though, it'll be all right. It's Inquisitor now, isn't it? That'll take some getting used to.
Everyone needs time for this transition.
Time won't help. Purpose does, and I got a load of it. Everyone just got a big, hard reason to hate Corypheus. And we already did, but we didn't have a name. You're the surprise, not him.
We left in a hurry, but you got into your old place. save anything?
Family hammer. It's as stupid as it sounds. It's good to be back at work.
How is this place shaping up as a forge?
Better than Haven ever could be. Not the way I wanted an upgrade, but ever forward.
You've got it all up and running?
Your basics, like always. There's space here for, I don't know what. This place was built for something big. It'll be a job to fill it.
Have you any thoughts about the people we lost at Haven?
Flisser. So sad. Too young. Didn't like Segrit. Didn't want him dead, though. The rest of us go on. It's what we have to do. You gave us the chance. Thanks for that.
I'll be back later.
I'll be here.
Are you pondering what I'm pondering? I should check if I even have viewers right now, because I'm not even sure. Oh, yep, I have viewers. Hey, look, I can see all you guys in chat. Looks like not as many as before. That doesn't surprise me, considering you can't talk to me right now. I'm about ready to just stop streaming. You know what? Let's go ahead and just pause for a bit until the damn Twitch chat gets back. When I start streaming again, I'll do so when Twitch support gives me the go-ahead when I've tested it. So I'll be back in a bit, guys, okay?